In the heart of Kenya, Kitui County stands as a testament to resilience and the power of community-driven environmental restoration. As climate change continues to challenge the lives and livelihoods of many, the county government of Kitui, through the Department of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, has taken bold steps to safeguard the future.
Today, everybody is talking about climate change and the impacts related to climate change. And this ministry is the focal ministry coordinating activities of climate change. And when you look, for example, in the current show is talking about climate change and smart agriculture. Essentially, what we are trying to say is we have to look at the elements of climate change and how we counter those elements which are impacting negatively on our environment, our food security, our livestock, our industries, our roads and so on, because climate change is affecting different sectors differently. What we are doing in the ministry, we are trying to reach the communities through what we call ward climate change teams, so that we are able, first of all, to capacity build them to appreciate the impacts of climate change on their livelihoods, and then from there engage them to see whether they are able to identify areas of intervention which at the very grassroots they are able to counter the negative impacts of climate change.
The journey began with the people, residents of Moda, No, Mutito, Endau and Moi wards. United by a common goal, they gathered to address the growing environmental challenges facing their communities. The solution? A comprehensive ecosystem restoration project focusing on the very hills that form the backbone of their homeland. At the heart of this restoration initiative is Chief Officer David Masai. Under his leadership, the county has undertaken a bold mission to restore its forests, planting the seeds of a greener and more sustainable future.
Restoring forests and ecosystems, managing our landscapes and ensuring that they are in the state that can support livelihoods is not just about planting or growing the trees or the grass, but it's also about changing the livelihoods of our communities and improving the quality of life that they lead in their rural setting.
A total of 125 kilograms of indigenous and drought-resistant tree seeds were carefully dispersed across the Muda, Endau, Mutito, No and Moi hills. These seeds, selected for their ability to thrive in Kitui's unique environment, are laying the foundation of a rebirth of the region's forests.
To counter the impacts of climate change, but also to plant grasses which are good for fodder, so that we are able to augment the natural fodder available. And not only that, when we plant grasses, we are win-win in the situation that we also counter soil and water conservation activities by naturally planting grasses. That's another area we are doing intervention in Mutomo and some other areas, depending on how the World Climate Change team has identified a priority area. We are also going to look at the water conservation under climate change, and we are going to amend already His Excellency the Governor's commitment to undertake 60 sand dams per ward in the whole county. That translates to about 12,400. We want to augment those efforts from the climate change funding so that we are able to put more. We are also looking at areas which are good for sand wells, so that we also work with the communities to provide water for small irrigation and also for household use.
In partnership with the Financing Locally Led Climate Action or FLOCA program, the Department of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry stepped in to build capacity within these communities through a series of hands-on workshops, and training sessions, residents were empowered with the knowledge and skills needed to restore the environment. In addition to seed dispersal, 10,000 seedlings of diverse tree species have been planted. Thanks to the combined efforts of the county government of Kitui and the people, these hills are being transformed into thriving forests once more. These trees will provide shade, fuel, and habitat for local wildlife while restoring the soil's health and structure and the region's natural beauty. While reforestation addresses the health of the land, water scarcity remains one of the most pressing challenges. In response to the voice of the people, Kitui County has undertaken the construction of 20 sand dams, a critical infrastructure project designed to capture and store precious rainwater. After a thorough screening process, these sand dams projects were handed over to local communities, committees and service providers. The construction of these sand dams is now underway, marking a new chapter in Kitui's battle against water scarcity. From 20 wards across Kitui's 7 sub-counties, thousands of residents will benefit from these sand dams. Designed to store water during rainy seasons, these dams will provide a reliable water source throughout the year, supporting both agricultural and domestic needs. For the people of Kitui County, these sand dams represent more than just a source of water. They symbolize resilience and the determination to overcome climate challenges. As these projects take root, they offer a sustainable solution to the region's water crisis.
We are very proud of the work that we've been able to do under the climate change interventions, and we're looking forward to ensure that every corner of our Kitui County, in every ward and every village, everybody, every citizen of the county becomes a bona fide beneficiary of the programs and initiatives that we undertake as a department and as a ministry in order to ensure that the environment where we exist is such that it supports our livelihoods and becomes an important and a critical aspect of the quality of life that our communities.
Kitui County's journey towards ecosystem restoration is a story of hope, collaboration, and the power of community. As the forests grow and the rivers flow, the people of Kitui have shown that they are not only restoring their land, but also securing a brighter, more resilient future for generations to come.